is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
Somebody say hallelujah. Somebody say glory, glory. Double live Gonzo. Hallelujah. Hey, look, it's the guitar player from Detroit with the attitude. Yeah. Alice Cooper one time was going to do a 60th birthday celebration. Maybe it was my 70th birthday. And Jack Blaze, my fellow damn Yankee from Night Ranger, said, Alice, would you do a greetings to Uncle Ted for his 70th birthday? And Alice went, you mean the guy that causes all that trouble? You're darn right I cause trouble. I'm like the founding fathers, and the king can't have me as a slave anymore. So I erected my middle finger, set it on fire, and I instinctively went, what doesn't the king allow us to do? I would think, man, think. Barack. You know. On our Ted Nugent Spirit of the Wild TV show on the Pursuit Network, Shemaine and I have been producing. We don't really produce. Barack. Boy, that Minutemen coffee. MinutemenCoffee.com. Buy it for the people you love. It's the best coffee in the world. MinutemenCoffee.com. And anyhow, 8 times a week on the Pursuit Network. You got to find it. It's hysterical. You know, I went out and had Thai food at 4 a.m. with Richard Pryor. Yeah, Richard Pryor. Sam Kinison, Rodney Dangerfield, Robin Williams, the funniest guys ever. I think this side of Milton Berle, in Red Skeleton, Bob Hope, Ted Nugent. And so I went out, and also, what's the diehard actor? Very famous guy. He's got Luke. Yeah, Bruce Willis. I'm sorry, Bruce. What a great guy. What a nice guy. We had a good time. Bruce Willis was really funny. We'd go out after a recording session, recording The Little Miss Dangerous, and I'd go to the Comedy Store, and Sam Kinison and Robin Williams would just get up there and do a private show for me. Now, there was other people in the audience, but they did it for me. They said, would you like me to go up there and get outrageous, Ted? Yeah, go up there and get outrageous. I like outrageous. By the way, this is the Ted Nugent, Real America's Outrageous Voice, Truth, Logic, and Common Sense Spirit Campfire. Tell everybody you know. Because I'm giving out lifetime T-Rex Scrotum Awards this week, and Jesse Waters gets one. Lifetime T-Rex Scrotum Award because he's unafraid. This guy names names, and he shows evidence showing how cruel, dishonest, and treasonous these oath-violating monsters are in the Democrat Party. And the rhinos that are against Trump, they have no soul because Trump wants secure borders. If you're against Trump, you hate America because you can't love America if you want to orchestrate the invasion. And the spending by Uncle Sam. They taxed a $37 trillion debt. My U.S. Marshal friends, why aren't you tackling these people and cuffing them? If that's not treason, what would be treason? If the government was in charge of my tour, let's say I make $10 million on tour, they would create costs of $110 million. That's what they do. They burn our tax dollars. It's irrefutable. So tell everybody you know that we need to vote. Vote, vote. You know what we did? In Pennsylvania, keep your eyes on Pennsylvania, my friends. HunterNation.org on the screen throughout this segment. HunterNation.org, and then we'll switch with HuntTheVote.org. We went after all the licensed hunters because they're mostly conservatives. They mostly have jobs. They're mostly in the asset column. They mostly believe in God, family, country, constitution, law, and order. You know, all that radical, extreme, we the people stuff. What? How do these words come out of my mouth in the United States of America? But they do, because we are in a toilet flush from hell. But we got a hold of these licensed hunters, and we discovered those that would ban AR-15s or that support late-term abortion, and we dismissed them. We don't even want them to hunt. We don't want them to vote. But we got a hold of voters and licensed hunters in Pennsylvania. We got licensed hunters that have never registered to vote. We got them to register, and we've got 160,000 licensed hunters in Pennsylvania to vote those core values. keep your eyes open. We're Hunter Nation. We don't pick a candidate, but if you're God, family, country, law, and order, you know who we ain't voting for. Cowabunga. So if you like truth, logic, and common sense because it's illegal, anything that's illegal, I do, because most of the illegal stuff is the right stuff to do. Well, you can't break the law, Ted. Well, there's a deer flopping on the highway, just get hit by a Renault Dolphin. A Renault Dolphin. Nobody knows what that is. It's like a corrective shoe car. You still with me? Should I slow down? Can you keep up with me? So I was Sam Kinison, Rodney Dangerfield, Bruce Willis, Richard Pryor, and did I say Robin Williams? Funniest guys in the world. I was even funnier, and they all wanted to fondle my hardware. Go, can I touch that? I carried a Smith & Wesson Model 19. It was nickel, and I carried it in the small of my back, Mexican style, with 4 speed loaders. See, I'm going on tangents here. But anyhow, if you love the tangent, if you love Ted Nugent's Real America Voice, Spirit Campfire, can you feel the heat from the coals of my Spirit Campfire? Support those that support my First Amendment, because they support God, family, country, Constitution, law, and order. And that would be mypillow.com. I say it all the time, and you see Mike Lindell everywhere. This guy is something else. If he played guitar, he'd kick our ass. Mike Lindell, we love you. You're an entrepreneur, rock solid in the asset column. When it's time to say I love you to your family, Mike Lindell is the guy for you to go see. Go to mypillow.com. I'm not kidding. What did Rush Limbaugh call this? A raw, obscene commercial moment or whatever? Yes, that's what it was, because Mike supports our First and Second Amendment and all things good about America. So support Mike Lindell by going to mypillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT, and take advantage of this insane. Mike's nuts. I'm nuts, but I'm nuts good. And Mike's nuts good. Insane sale. Buy stuff from mypillow.com for the people you love for the upcoming celebrations. Louisa's getting married. I think I'll buy her a bunch of MyPillow stuff. I might even get a discount. Anyhow, you will get a discount. Type in the promo code SPIRIT, mypillow.com. And another one, right now more than ever, we have a special guest coming on in the next segment, Jason Chaffetz. This guy is on the front lines of truth, logic, common sense, we the people, real America. Jason will join us in the next segment. But meantime, be prepared for the insanity that is going to get worse before it gets better. You got to have first aid kits. I go to voodootactical.com. Is that what it is? Voodoo? I think Voodoo Tactical. We'll put it on the screen. Post VoodooTactical.com. They got all this survival stuff, the first aid kits. We have plenty of water. We have plenty of firewood. We have plenty of guns and plenty of ammo when we train with them. We also have emergency food from Heaven's Harvest. Go to heavensharvest.com. You got to be prepared. You got to have first aid kits, water, heat, self-defense, tactical hardware, and Heaven's Harvest. When disaster strikes, be prepared. Made in the United States of America by good Americans in the asset column. You get 5% off your first order with a promo code TED, TED. This outfit, they get a T-Rex Scrotum of the Year award, because if you support Ted Nugent's Truth, Logic, and Common Sense, big mouth, we the people, founding father, writing down instinctual freedoms from God against the king, if you believe in that, support those that support me. MyPillow.com, HeavensHarvest.com, MinutemenCoffee.com, and go to TedNugent.com. We signed a whole bunch of these hats. If you want to get these hats, I just signed a whole bunch of these. These are now available at TedNugent.com. How am I doing this? There it is. Toby and I, we do an assembly line every day. And also, people are asking, how do you get the Super Mojo? You can get these personally autographed Super Mojo deer skulls. Look at that. If you have that in your front yard, the hippies will not even come into your county. Look at that. I got so many. I got hundreds of these. And you got to email Toby at TedNugent.com. We'll put that on the screen. There it is, Toby at TedNugent.com. My guys are so good. Shahu, I love you. Ryan, I love you. I love Tony, I love you. John, I love you. Parker, I love you. Linda, I love you. Doug, I love you. Shemaine, I love you. I love all you people. See, that's my problem. I'm just too loving. I'm too loving. I love freedom so much that I'm here to trounce those that want to take it away. And right now, the enemy of freedom is Uncle Sam, orchestrating an invasion, cutting off our energy cultivation and utility. That's why everything costs so much, because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris intentionally wanted to bring us to our knees so they can bring in desperate, subservient third world people to obey immoral commands and to vote. The Supreme Court, we needed a Supreme Court to determine. This is unbelievable. You can't brush your teeth with a chainsaw. I know I didn't need to say that, but maybe the Supreme Court should make a determination that you shouldn't wipe your ass with a chainsaw. But we don't need them to do that. And we sure as hell didn't need them to go, oh, by the way, if you're not an American citizen, you can't vote in the American elections. Well, thank God there's a Supreme Court that told us that, because we could have never figured that out, that in order to vote in America, you have to be an American. Thank you, Supreme Court. You people. Why did that come up for discussion? There's a discussion that men should not be able to beat the living tar out of a woman in an Olympic boxing match. We need to make, well, yeah, I'm not sure which way to go on that. God help us all. And speaking of God helping us all, please vote. If you know anybody in your life, family, friends, co-workers, people at deer camp, if we don't vote God, family, country, Constitution, Barack, and not that guy, if we don't vote for the core values represented by one candidate only, then we are responsible for flushing the American dream down the toilet. I'm telling you, Donald Trump has the answers to make America strong, healthy, great, prosperous, and scary again. Scary to our enemies.